Oh shit, oh take, pray them niggas go, hey. Oh, we sell the clowns around, it look like circus show, like. This is not the album either, these are just a dope.
What's up everybody, it's T.E.C here and I'm back in a video for you guys. In today's video, this is a requested video by a few of my friends. They want to know how I build my houses and what do I do to decorate them. So I'm going to go through that in this video, guys. And you guys, hopefully you guys enjoy. If so, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe if you guys want to see more of this. Let's get it. Alright, so guys, this is some of the blocks that I'll be using. I was trying to make a theme, so I want to go with pretty much identical to that house, but instead of having a snow, I want to use a quartz block. Now, of course, the houses are not going to look identical, but they're going to look pretty close. Anyway, guys, I'm going to do my take on that house in a minute. Anyway, guys, let's get right into it. So these are the blocks I'll be using. I'll be using a block of quartz, dark oak planks, birch leaves, dark oak wood slabs, quartz slabs, dark oak wood stairs, andesite, and of course stone in case I mess up. Now also there will probably be a few other blocks in there, but these are the main ones I'll be using. Anyway guys, let's start with the foundation. Now this is not a tutorial on how to build the house, but if you guys want to follow along, you're more than welcome to. But I'm not showing you how to build the house, I'm showing you what I do to the houses and what do I do to make finished in my eyes. So I always start with a outside layout of the house. So I always like to get where my front door is going to be, where my windows are going to be, and stuff like that. So I know for a fact my door is going to be right here. I've already planned for it and everything like that. So I'm going to build around it by doing a double block, and then I'm going to make a square around it. That's always what I do. Now, as you guys can see here, that's what I did here, but instead I filled it in. Well, like I said, I am going to do my own take on it, so it is going to be very different. Anyway, this is typically what I do is I just go through, I do it by layers, so I like to see how each floor kind of is going to be and stuff like that. Do that by 3. Sorry guys, by the way, if you guys hear any noises, there's lots of stuff going on right now, including I have a brand new fish tank, so it's probably making lots of noise in the background, but I'm sorry about that guys. There's also probably train noises, because you know, I like trains. Anyway guys, let's get right into it, and let's not talk about that. Anyway, so I like to add dark colored pieces of glass, typically because it's a good contrasting color from the normal white block that I like to use, or any type of bright block for that. It doesn't have to be white, but typically I'm always using quartz, so quartz, snow, or iron, I guess that's the other white block. But those are typically the blocks I use because they're just really bright. I like to contrast with them really well. So next what I'm going to do is I like to add another layer. And I know it's stupid to add glass there, but it's better because then I kind of get a feel for what each layer is going to look like. Oop, I got a notification. Sorry about that, guys. I'm so unprofessional here right now. Not turned off my phone. And yeah. So the second story is also going to be pretty much an identical copy of the first story, but it's going to have a little different of a front, and I'm going to show you guys that in a minute. So when I do my second stories, I typically do them, I build an identical version of the bottom, but then I like to switch it up. So as you guys are going to see here, I like to I like to play around with the design in my head a little bit, so it's never going to be the exact same. That's typically what I do when I do a lot of my builds. And then I always add a roof. I'm weird, I know I do roofs before walls and stuff like that. I'm really unorganized, but this is how I like to go through the building process. In my opinion, it's easier this way, and it's really convenient, because then you can just map out how your house is going to look and stuff like that. So nextly, what I'm going to do after building the roof is I'm going to start working on the front. Now, I'm sure you guys are saying, why don't you guys add the glass walls? Well, I will be doing that in a second, but I want to see how the front looks with this roof, because it's all about the presentation after all. I think I like that. Now, I know this is not the best house in the world, but I'm not saying I'm the best builder. I'm just giving you guys how I build my houses and stuff like that. So, don't hate me guys in the comments, don't hate me too bad. But yeah, so, anyway, I'm now going to add the glass. I'm going to break this block here to give it some artsy look to it. In this neighborhood, I guess you have to be really open with your neighbors, because you know they're all about the same height houses, so you're going to be looking straight into your neighbor's house, but you know, it's fine, you know. It's a really open community, guys. Anyway, so what I'm gonna do now is, now that the complete frame of the house is done, now I'm gonna add all the flair to the house, so the added on blocks that give it depth and perception. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to pretty much run the roof all the way down to another layer, just like that, and then I'm going to add a overhang right here. That's what I did on my other one, just like that, because then that kind of shows that it's like it's covered, you know. Yeah, magic. Oh, oops. I'm just playing around with this front real quick, but I want to see if I like it. Not a big fan of it. Maybe if I added like a, I don't know, a dark oak, maybe, possibly, probably not. I don't know. I'm playing around with the front too much, but you get the point, guys. I'm not gonna put that there. I'm just gonna leave it like this for now. But yes, you guys get the point. So I like to flare a lot of the fronts of my houses because it just gives it more look and depth, which is a great thing, especially in builds like this where they're all trying to be different but identical at the same time. It's really good for builds like that. Now I'm gonna add abstract pattern to that in a second. All right. Nextly, what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on the inside. Now, for the inside, I haven't really planned for the inside, but I'm not that good, mix up of words here. I'm not that good at doing inside builds, but, you know, I'll give it my best shot, I guess. I don't want to embarrass myself too much, but, you know, I'm not that good. I know, shameful, I'm matching the floors with the walls, but, you know, deal with it, guys. If you guys want to do it yourself, then you're more than welcome to. Send me screenshots and stuff like that to my email, and I'll be more than happy to present it in one of my other videos, because this is definitely not going to be one of the only videos I do on Minecraft tutorials, buildings, show-offs, and stuff like that. By the way, guys, I don't know if I mentioned this, but this is also in my airplane city, or my airport city, whatever you guys want to call it. So yes, give it some love. If you guys want to, like I said, do your own version of this house, then if I like it, then I'll put it in my airport city. If you guys send me screenshots and dimensions and stuff like that, I'll be more than happy to put it in my city, and then you guys can be a part of the build, which is awesome. So what I'm planning to do here is I'm planning to do an open floor plan here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a black stained glass, what do you call it, ledge, just to make sure people don't fall off. You know, I don't need to pay for people's insurances, stuff like that. We're gonna do this, and that should be good. Probably not. Probably missing it by one. No, okay. And there. All right. So there we go. We got it upstairs, downstairs. I'm gonna glass that off. There we go. Now I'm going to do some interior work. Now I do a really basic interior. I'm not much for doing a lot of what do you call it? Lots of fanciful interior work. I like to do a lot of shrubbery and stuff like that. I love how it looks, and it blends in really well most times. Now, not all times, but most times it's pretty nice. So anyway, I'm gonna do like an IKEA piece of furniture here. Hashtag abstract. We're going to do this. Boom, boom. All right. And then I guess we could do a really fancy opening here that connects to there. Now, obviously, this is my take on the interior. Like I said, I'm not that good, and I'm rushing this a little bit because I'm trying to get this out. It is like 12 at night, I think, right now. Yeah, it's 12, so it is getting late for me, but, you know, YOLO. So I'm going to put my awesome TV right here, and then I'm going to put a, let's do this. Actually, no, I'm not gonna, no. Where are they at? Here we go. We're going to put this one, and there we go. And this right here. So this is just my little bench. It's a little close, but that's fine. You know what? They can be blind. That's okay. Let's see here. What else do I need to add? I need to add a table. So I'm going to do something. I actually love how I did this. I did this in by mistake. What was it? It was in one of my worlds. I don't know, but I actually like how it looks. It's a little weird, but it's okay. It also gives off light, which is a really good thing, especially in builds like this, which is awesome. So what you got to do is you got to do the what's that called, the end rod, and then you got to do carpet on top, or it can be a pressure plate, but I said just carpet because it's one hole, and boom, there you go. Then you have a table and something like that. It looks like a bench now, so there you go. Now you have a bench seat, even better. And then I can add a what do you call it, item frame right here to the end and to the end. Boom, there you go. Now we have a booth, we have TV, we have an entrance, and all we have to do now is add a light fixture, which is super simple and really easy to do. For this, I'm not going to do anything fancy. I'm just going to add a few lights here and there. Good place for them would be up in the corners because they're out of the way then, which is a really good thing in my opinion. Because when lights are in the way, they get annoying, and no one wants a light to be annoying because obviously you need light. Anyway, lastly we're gonna add the door, and that's pretty much it. So not much to do besides that, and there you go, guys. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. It's a really quick, simple tutorial. Not really tutorial, but quick, simple way of how I build my houses. And there you guys. See you guys later.